Okay, y'all, I promise, like legit promise, we are winding down with all of this curriculum. And I know it seems like a lot, and it made me realize that through all of these videos, I wanted to kind of share just like a personal disclaimer. I know I've talked with people that, are thinking about homeschooling or, are considering it or just doing additional things with their children at home. And I know seeing all of what I've done, it can seem really overwhelming, or maybe you feel like you have to do it yourself, or maybe you got lost down, the YouTube rabbit hole of all of these things. The beautiful, beautiful thing about homeschool is that you can make it your own. So this is just like reference or support or guidance, and I'm always here to answer any other questions or help, but I don't want you to feel like you have to do this my way. I know I've definitely felt that way. I've had to call a few homeschool friends like, help me, or check my crazy, something to just bring me out of that, because it's really easy to see what other people are doing and be like, oh, I got to do that too. And just last night, I was going over all of this stuff with my husband, and he took time to thank me because he, could physically see how much it was. And I explained to him, like, do you see why now I'm so overwhelmed? Because I just have their little tiny brains in my hand, and I wake up at 2 a.m. like, am I doing enough? Did I do too much? What is happening? So that is why I came up with that goal. Well, I didn't really come up with it. It was sent to me, but I'm adopting it. It's to teach my children to love learning. So that we're talking about learning. Electives. Let's do it. So this is a DK workbook on geography. Let me tell you, I will probably use a page for reference once a month, maybe, or something. We have, in our learning room, we have an interactive map where it's like felt, and they can put like animals where they go and things of that sort. And then we also have a map of the United States, and we have a world map. We are also talk a lot about like directions and north south and who lives where those states are and where the countries are and all of this stuff. That is the only reason this will come into play. We're not necessarily like sitting down and doing geography. And again, it is an elective. So we might do this once every 2 weeks, or when the spirit moves me, when my children are up at the mat talking about stuff, things like that. So that is why it is an elective and how we will use it as such. Sorry, back to my pals. Okay, so another thing I've mentioned before, both of my children love art. Like, they can paint and color and stamp and everything all the time. Like watercolor paint, finger paint. I want this paintbrush, just color. We have so many different types of crayons. Like, that they love it so much. And so art for us is two-pronged, right? So we have like art history, where we learn about other artists and see their work, and maybe watch, a very, very short documentary on them and things like that, and maybe try to recreate a portion of that or talk about it. And we have these books. Can y'all see that? To talk about those. All right. So I believe this is the Anholt's Artist Series is what it's called. And I got these books from thriftbooks.com. They're very, very inexpensive. And I got free shipping. And I know they give you a coupon when you sign up. And I get coupons in my email from them all the time. So if you want to purchase something from them, hit me up. I'm probably going to have a coupon. So we will use those too. I will just read a story or part of a story, and we can talk about it, and maybe write something. It's not write songs. Goodness, they can paint or draw a picture about it, like Claude Monet in The Magical Garden. We can watercolor paint a garden or use crayons to make flowers. The little dancer, Picasso, and the girl with the ponytail. So that is what we will use for that. And then we will also do actual art things, you know, again, like I said before. And then we will also do like things on different surfaces. That's something I want to do. So right now we just have like different types of paper: construction paper, drawing paper, finger paint paper. But I also want to do things on different surfaces. So I'll probably find like those cheap photo frames at Michael's for them to paint on wood. And you know, I have sensory kids, so we'll be doing things with our hands and Q-tips, just things like that as well. And then music. If you are close to us, like, you know, we don't leave home without a solid playlist. We dance and have dance parties all the time. Like, my kids love music. We have play instruments here, and I am looking, and we've done like those group music classes. If I could find music therapy for my kids, we would go faithfully every week. It works wonders for them. So they love music. We will probably start, my husband is a percussionist, so he will start drum lessons with James soon. And then we will also like learn about composers and different instruments they played and the sounds that they make. And again, we do like multisensory learning. So we will like read a book. We will maybe have some cards on different types of instruments, you know, like woodwind or string and all of that stuff. We might watch a YouTube video on how a piano is made. We might watch a short little cartoon on Wynton Marsalis. Like, just things like that is what we'll do for all of music. We will also play with the instruments that we have here. And we will also just like jam out. I'm really big on exposing my children to different genres of music. So, I mean, just in the last 2 weeks, like, they've heard everything from like Elton John to Janelle Monáe to Pink to Kirk Franklin to Elevation Worship. Like, they've heard it all. So that is what we are doing for there. If you're interested in homeschooling, you can research this and look around. There is like structured homeschool PE. That's not for us right now. We, weather permitting, my children go outside once or twice a day, and I will do structured things with them. We do soccer right now as well, once weekly. So we do get outside. We are physically fit. Just things like that. My children know about like nutrition and why we exercise and all of that stuff. And then every morning, before we start learning, but after circle time, we do like a mindfulness exercises that focus on our breathing. We kind of like wake up our body and wake up our minds and things like that. So, because we're all about whole health in this house. So yeah, those are our electives so far. And again, my husband and I just talked about this yesterday. So we're finishing up soccer now. We're probably going to be doing a lot of swimming, water play in the coming warmer months, and then probably pick up soccer again in the fall, and then the colder months transition to gymnastics. See how my kids like it. I had access to like every sport, anything I wanted to do. And so we're really big on exposing our children to that as well, to see what they want to do, where their talents are. And we also want to start track with James soon as well. So yeah, those are our electives and how we plan on working them into our homeschool and how we plan on using them. So again, seriously, like, I know I'm going really fast because I don't want to hold you time-wise, but if you have any questions, like, send me a message Text me if you have my number. If you know someone who has my number, ask them to text me, and then we can see if you can text me. I'm kidding, but I'm not. Just send me a message. It'll be fine. All right. Thank y'all. I promise I'm wrapping this up soon. Thanks for watching.